Ajax of Amsterdam are on an easy street out of the Eredivise after picking up a 6-point lead over the nearest and dearest PSV. Is there any hope for the chasing pack? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we'll take a look at match day number 24 out in the old Dutch leagues. Of course, we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing. I said stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, and smash your subscribe and get you bang up today with all things Black Ball, Eredivisie, woo! Football, we get all here. Oh no, Roverseas. That's right, boys and girls. Of course, yes, big wins, of course, for the likes of Ajax, the likes of PSV and AZ Alkmaar. But of course, what about the chasing pack? We'll take a look at all of that in just 1 minute. Of course, big shout out to the Patreons, boys and girls. We're up to 25. What's he talking about, Patreon? Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about right here, right now. Of course, if you hop over to the site, patreon.com/Roverseas, you could become the latest member of the gang and then join the latest band of brothers to get us over the line to 25. That's right. So big shout out to, of course, Alan MC. I said, you know me. I said, Alan MC, you know me. Of course, fantastic for him joining the band and becoming the latest member of the brothers. And of course, big shout out to Tom Beresford, the returning Tom Beresford. So big shout out to all you guys. Much appreciated. Gets you access to all this data right here, right now. Plus all the videos, of course, the Patreon, the Prediction League data. It's all there. And you can get into my mind, my inner thoughts of what I'm thinking about for the future for the channel. You can become the latest. You'll be the first to know. Of course, we've got the Discord to fire up. We've got lots of stuff coming at you. But of course, right here, right now, we're talking about the latest round of matches. Here we bloody go. Of course, to take a look at my picks, your picks, and of course, see where we all are on the Prediction League. So let's get into it. Of course, Willem II, they took on Utrecht. And they got embarrassed 6-0 in the end. 2-0 for me. Hinder to Evest on the score sheet. Zander van der Streek with a couple of goals there. Bart Ramselaar. Jordi Kirk, Mark van der Meyl on the score sheet for Utrecht as they smashed them. Took the 6 points and put Willem II in a bit of trouble, of course. That's going to hurt there. Goal difference, big time. So, yeah, 2-0 for me, not too shabby. Meanwhile, Emmen against Zwolle ended up as a 3-2 win for Emmen. Big win for them. Of course, the first win of the season, is that right? Yes, goodness gracious me. 2-1 for me, going the other way for Zwolle. The goal scorers on the day for Emmen. I can't believe that's only the first win. Luca Adzic on the score sheet, Michael de Leuven. Jari Valak on the score sheet with Bram van Polen. Jutta Nakamari on the score sheet for Zwolle, but unfortunately, not good enough. Emmen got the win. Meanwhile, VVV-Venlo lost to AZ, bloody Alkmaar, 4-1. That's right, in the end. Jesper Carlson with a goal there. Marian Bodu with a couple of goals there. Hakim Edgevin as well. Christopher Donis. Of course, he sounds like Georgie Donis' boy. If he is, let me bloody know. Christian Cum, tricky on the score sheet there for VVV. Actually, on the score sheet, he got himself bloody red carded. So a big loss for them. Fortuna Sittard kept on their heat as well with a 2-0 win over ADO Den Haag. Of course, 1-0 for me. Lascendro Semedo, Sebastian Polter on the score sheet for Sittard. Of course, moved them up to 9th in the bloody table. Of course, Twente against Feyenoord and an all square 2-2 in the end. Danilo, Tario and Budi on the score sheet for Twente with Jens Tunstra, Steven Bourgeois on the score sheet for Feyenoord in a 2-2 draw. Got the one bang on the nose, lads. Bang on the bloody nose. That's why they call me the Predictor King, of course. Meanwhile, Waalwijk against Heracles. 3-0 win for Waalwijk in the end. 2-2 for me. Ola John, Leonard Denzels and Richard van der Veen on the score sheet for RKC Waalwijk. Again, big win for them as well as they move the bloody chains as well. What do I go with there? So 2-2 for me. Meanwhile, SC Heerenveen took on Groningen and it was a 1-1 draw. 3-2 for me. Goal scorers on the day were, who were they? Simon de Jong, Thomas Sloslev on the score sheet for Groningen. So give them a share of the spoils. Meanwhile, PSV 3-1 win over Vitesse. Got the one bang on the nose as well. Fair play, Dirky boy. Daniel Marlin on the score sheet, Madu Goetze with a couple of goals there. Amado Broja get the goal for Vitesse in the end. So too late. An Ajax comfortable win over Rotterdam. 4-2 in the end. 2-0 for me. Sebastian Haler with a couple of goals there. Pershus and Mohamed Kudus as well. Danzel Gravenbach, a couple of goals there for Sparta. And as you can see, I got myself pretty good. I got them, but one of them was wrong. One of them's bloody wrong. Sort it out. We got myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 9, I think. Something like that. Of course, the table looks like this at the moment. Ajax leading the charge, 6 points clear over PSV with a game in hand. Of course, AZ Alkmaar as well, not too far away either. Feyenoord in the top 4. As for the rest of the chasing pack, Emmen going down. Den Haag also in that discussion alongside Willem II. Looks like it's a 3-horse race for the relegation spots, but we'll see how it all pans out. Of course, as the season kicks on, let's take a look at how you all got on then. Shout, of course, out on the Eredivise is criteria 0 to 2. You're in the shit fist. 3 to 6. You're in the straight fist club like me. 7+. You're in the top bins, boys. Top bins. There might be a couple of those. Those Shepherd, of course, Del. Well done indeed. Of course, Omaji Mon. Monday you did okay. Ollie Agiojo did good. Last 1, 2, 3 did alright as well. James PCC are great. Omer Esquivel, fantastic, as they say. Russell Frost also did very good. Matt Gunner did bits. Of course, Tom Steiner, fabulous, brother, fabulous. Yanni did bits. Game Chart did okay. Jadon Lenders also did good. Iron Stringer did shite. Nathan Eva also did very good. Of course, well played, brother. Let's take a look at what the table's done for this week and this week alone. Iron Stringer, just shut your bloody eyes. As for the rest of the guys, your main man is Nathan Eva. Russell Frost with, of course, 7 out of 9, which is pretty good form. Of course, what's that done to the overall leaderboard? We'll have a little look, shall we? Who is the kingpin this week? Overall, it is Russell Frost with the 5 percentage points clearance over Omaji Monday. Yanni Buster also in the top 3, top 2, whatever you want to call it. Matt Gunner and Omeski in the top 5. Nathan Eva not too far away either. But of course, we've got a whole host of games still to be played, of course. But who will come out on top? You can still get your picks in, of course. Join in later on. You might even break into the top 25. You just don't know. Of course, let's take a look at the next round of matches. It is a bit of a Brucey bonus for a couple of teams. Of course, we have a full fixture list plus a couple of bonus ones right here, right now. So we'll take a look at that. So let's get into it. Taking on ADO Den Haag. Of course, place of the last 6. Just no wins for Wilhelm. 5 wins for Den Haag and 1 bloody draw. Last round in Wilhelm was a 3-0 win for Den Haag back in December 2018. Lex Immers on score, with a couple of goals there. Eric Falkenberg getting the goal for Den Haag as well. They did play each other this season in Den Haag. It was a 3-3 draw back in November, of course. This time around, though, Wilhelm heading into this. What are they at the moment? Actually, just 1 win the past 6 games. That 1 win was against FC Emmen. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Den Haag coming into this without a win in 6, it looks like. So a bit of ropey-dopey at the moment. Look at the bookies' odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, midweek action for this badger. Wilhelm II, 10-7 on for the victory. 30-5 is your draw. So the Wilhelm II are your favourites. 60-5 is your Den Haag. Den Haag coming at you out in, of course, 17th at the moment. With them, they could actually leapfrog Wilhelm and put them in the drop zone, of course, put them in the old playoffs. So either way, big win either side on this one. Going to go with this one, a 2-1 for Wilhelm II. They need a win. At least they've won quite recently, so they might have just enough in the tank to get over the line. Next, of course, we have Groningen taking, of course, Feyenoord. Let's take a look at this one then, shall we? Of course, 1 win for Groningen, 4 wins for Feyenoord, and 1 draw. Last round in Groningen was a 1-1 draw back in November 2019. Goal scorer on that day was, of course, Sami Mesmovic on scoring for Groningen, Luis Senestra on scoring for Feyenoord, of course. Early in the season, they did play in Feyenoord back in November. 2-0 win for Feyenoord as well. Goodness gracious me, goal scores there. Lucius Katruda on scoring for Steven Berjois as well. Damir Darakuli got himself sent off for Groningen. Heading into this, though, Feyenoord undefeated in 16 out of 17 matches against Groningen in all competitions. They're heading into this, though, just 1 defeat the past 4 games for Groningen, and 1 defeat was against Heracles. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat and actually 2 wins in the past 6 games for Feyenoord, beating PSV and beating Wilhelm II. Besides that, losing quite a few around them. Here, including the Dutch Cup as well. Looking at the bookies' odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Groningen 11-5 for the victory, 11-10 is your final, 23-10 is your bloody draw. Of course, heading into this badger, of course, Groningen coming at you and in 6th at the moment. A win for them, they could close in on 5th and 4th. As for final, they're actually in 4th, and a win for them, they could actually go as close to 3rd, but not there just yet. Strengthening the hold in the top 4 anyway. I've gone on this one, a 2-2 draw in the end, point split right down the middle. So into the weekend's games we go. Of course, PEC Zwolle taking, of course, SC Heerenveen. Of course, played the last 6, 3 for Zwolle, 2 for Heerenveen, 1 draw. Last round in Zwolle was a 3-2 win for Heerenveen back in October 2018. Martin Thorsby with a couple of goals there. Adrian Senelli as well. Thorsby got himself sent off as well. Mike Van Duren got a couple of goals as well from the penalty spot, both with them. Of course, played this season out in Heerenveen. It was a 1-0 win. In fact, scrap that. They haven't played this season in Heerenveen, so it'll be the first time, which is a bit strange. It's out in Zwolle, actually. That was actually the 5-goal thriller was in Zwolle. They did play each other. Bloody Nora. This will be the first time they play each other this season. I don't get it. I don't bloody get it. Regardless of all that, Heerenveen have actually failed to win their last 8 matches on the road, whereas PEC Zwolle have actually failed to win the last 5 at home. Heading into this, though, 5 games without a win for Zwolle. Of course, last time they won, it was, of course, back in the end of January, beating Wilhelm II 3-1. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Heerenveen. That was against AZ bloody Alkmaar. Look at the bookies' odds on this one. Of course, heading into this badger, of course, we have, what do we have on this one? Zwolle against Heerenveen, 29-20 for Zwolle. 7-4 is your 12-5 is your bloody draw on this one. Of course, win for Heerenveen, currently out in 10th at the moment. But the win for them, they could go 9th, whereas Zwolle are actually in 13th at the moment. But the win for them, they could go 12th in the table. I've gone with the 2-1 for Heerenveen, of course, away win for them. 3 points in the bag. Next up, Utrecht after their big win, taking on FC Emmen, of course, also with a big win last week. Played on the last 6. 3 wins to Utrecht, 2 for Emmen, no draws. That's actually the last 5. Of course, last round in Utrecht was a 3-1 win for Utrecht back in September 2019. Damu Kirk and Bahia back on the score sheet with Michael Dandelova on the score sheet for Emmen. Of course, the finished this season out in Emmen was a 3-2 win for Utrecht as well. So 2 wins on the spin for Utrecht over Emmen. Heading into Emmen have actually failed to win their last 24 matches on the road, and they've also failed to win the last 5 on the road as well. Utrecht scoring at least 3 goals in the last 3, and have also won 5 of the last 6 matches as well. Winning 5 of the last 6. The only hiccup was a draw against Zwolle. Meanwhile, just 1 win the past all season really for FC Emmen. Of course, and that was against Zwolle. Maybe they'll turn a corner. It'd be a big old ask to do just that. Of course, bookies odds on this one: 4-1 on is your Utrecht, 5-1 is your draw, 70-10, 70-2 is your Emmen. Of course, 4-1 on Utrecht. Don't go first. They're in 7th at the moment, and with them they're closing on 6th. Emmen are rooted to the foot table. A win would actually open up a bit of hope in the table. And of course, maybe they could climb up out of it. But it's a big tall order going with for Utrecht to keep themselves in the hope for European action. Den Haag taking, of course, RKC Waalwijk. Of course, pleasure the last 4 wins for Den Haag, 1 win for Waalwijk, 1 draw. Last time round in Den Haag was 2-0 win for Den Haag back in January 2020. 2-0 win last time round. Goal scorer Shakio Penis. Adam Majors as well on the score sheet. Hans Durkalu got himself sent off. Meanwhile, they did pleasure at Waalwijk back in January, just a couple of weeks ago, looks like. 1-0 win for Den Haag. Boy Kemper on the score sheet. Heading into Den Haag, have actually drawn the last 3 matches at home. Waalwijk have actually failed to win the last 6 on the road. Coming into this, though, unbeaten the last 4. That's Waalwijk, 2 draws and 2 wins to boot without a win in 5. That's, of course, Den Haag. It's a ropey-dopey kind of form for them at the moment. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Den Haag 23-10 for the victory. 23-20 is your RKC. They are your favourites. 12-5 is your draw. Of course, Waalwijk coming out and in 14th in the win for them. They could go 12th, whereas Den Haag are 17th in the win for them. They could go 16th in the table. I've gone with the 2-1 for Den Haag on this one to turn the corner. Maybe life in the old doglet. So of course the battle of the V's is VT's Arnhem up against VVV-Venlo. Of course, pleasure the last 6-4 for VT's, 1 for Venlo, 1 draw last round in VT's was a 3-0 win for, of course, Arnhem, Richelli Bazoa, Tim Matzman, Brian Linton on the score sheet, giving them the 3-0 win. Of course, played each other in the early season in Venlo. Of course, it was a 4-1 win. with 4 goals. Armiando Broja as well, getting the score sheet for VT's Arnhem, of course, last time around. Heading into this, though, the VVVs, they've got no odds on this one, so it's kind of interesting. Of course, heading into this, though, Venlo, 3 defeats on the spin for them as the VT's Arnhem. Just 1 win in the past 6 games, of course. Heading into this, though, a win for VT's in 5th. They could go as high as 4th. Venlo are in 15th. A win for them. They could go top 12. 2-0 win for me, for VT's Arnhem. Get back to anyways. VVV-Venlo, another defeat. Of course, I think they're still good enough, though, to be well clear of the drops. Meanwhile, Hercules Almelo up against my boys Twente. Of course, played for the last 6. 2 wins for Hercules, 3 for Twente, 1 draw last round. In Hercules, 2-1 win for Hercules back in March 2018. Christopher Peterson on the score sheet. Adam Mayer over the week for OG. Adne Tayadagado on the score sheet for Twente. They did play for this season out in Eshkida back in, of course, September. 3-2 win for Hercules. It was heading into this, though, just 1 win in the past 6 games for Twente up against VT's Arnhem. Meanwhile, back-to-back defeats for Hercules, losing to Ajax and losing to Waalwijk as well without scoring a goal. Look at the bookies odds on this one. Score 6-4 for Hercules, 5-2 is your 30-8 is your Twente. Twente coming out in 8th. The win for them, they could go 7th. Of course, Hercules coming down in 11th. The win for them, they could go as high as 9th in the bloody table. Tight one this one, gone with a draw, 1-1 in the end. Sparta taking, of course, Willem II. Of course, big week for them. They played the last 6. 4 wins for Sparta, 2 for Wilhelm, no draws. That's around. In Sparta was back in, of course, February 2018. 1-0 win. Fred Friday on the score sheet, cool name, with a 1-0 win. Of course, they did play out in Wilhelm earlier in the season, was a 3-1 win for Sparta as well. Heading into this, Wilhelm have actually lost the 7 last 8 away matches. They've also, Sparta failing to win their last 6. Heading into this, 1 win the past 5 games for Wilhelm. That was against FC Emmen. Like I said, 6 games without a win for Sparta on this one, so it could be a good time to play them. Look at the bookies odds on this one, 10-7 on for your Sparta, 14-5 is draw, 7-2 is your Wilhelm II. Wilhelm II coming out in 16th in a moment win for them. They've got 6 points on the agenda. If they win both of them, they could go up to 19 points this time next week. Meanwhile, the opposition, of course, Sparta coming out in 12th win for them. They could close in on 11th. I think Sparta will get the win here with a 2-1 win to keep themselves moving. And of course, Wilhelm stagnating. Next, of course, Groningen up against Fortuna. Sittard, of course, played the last 6-4 for Groningen. 1 for Sittard, 1 draw last round. In Groningen was a 3-0 win for Groningen back in May 2019. Paul Gladden on the score sheet, Ritsu Doan and Zemir Mesimovic on the score sheet. They did play each other also. Then in Sittard earlier in the season back in October with a 3-1 win as well for Groningen as well. Jorgen Strand-Larsen with the brace, Bart van Huntem and Matt Sukvins on the score sheet. Of course, Sittard have actually won their last 4 away matches, scoring at least 2 goals in those last 4. Heading into this, just 1 defeat the past 5 for them. That was against Hercules at home. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat the past 4 for Hercules. For Groningen. That was against Hercules as well. 1-0 loss there. Of course, look at the bookies odds on this one. Groningen coming at you. 2017 on for the victory. Your favourites, 35 is your 65 is your Sittard. Of course, Sittard coming at you out in 9th. And win for them, they could go as high as 7th. Groningen are in 6th at the moment. And win for them. They've got double match streak, of course. But win both of them, they could go as high as 4th in the bloody table. Of course, they'll get the win to win this one. They'll draw the other one. They'll put 4 points on the board. 4 points close to the top 4 table, of course. PSV up against Ajax. Big one, this one. Of course, first up against second. A win for PSV opens up the floodgates. Of course, plays for the last 6. Nothing for PSV, 4 for Ajax, and 2 draws last round in. I know it was a 1-1 draw back in September 2019. Donya Marlon and Scotty Quincy Broms as well for Ajax. They played this season out in Ajax. It was a 2-1 win for Ajax. Halo with the brace. Julian Timber with the big for OG. Of course, heading into this, Ajax have actually won the last 7 matches in Eredivise. Was I know actually won 10 of the last 7 matches at home. Heading into this, 4 wins on the spin for Ajax, including the Dutch Cup and including the Europa League as well. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 4 games for PSV, and that 1 was against VT's Arnhem just yesterday. Look at the bookies odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, I don't have them. I don't know why, but of course, there's probably a lot going on before then and now. Look at the bookies that are the situation at the table. Of course, PSV are in second amount, 50 points on the board. Win for them, they can move up to 3 points behind Ajax. So win for them, they could go 9 points clear. Easy as that. 3-2 win. I've gone for PSV. I don't know why, but I've gone with PSV. And then wrapping up another 3-2 one is AZ up against Feyenoord. Alkmaar in 3rd, Feyenoord in 4th. Played the last 6 times. 2 was AZ Alkmaar, 3 for Feyenoord, 1 draw last round. In Alkmaar was 1-1 draw back in September 2018. Of course, the picture of this earlier in the season was back in Feyenoord, 3-2 win for Alkmaar. In fact, Alkmaar back-to-back wins for them over Feyenoord at Feyenoord as well. Heading into this, Alkmaar have actually won the last 3 matches in Eredivisie, whereas Feyenoord actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3. Heading into this, 3 wins on the spin for Alkmaar, beating Emmen, beating Heerenveen, and also beating VVV-Venlo. Of course, 2 wins in the past 5 games for Feyenoord, but it's back-to-back games without a win, losing to Heerenveen in the Dutch Cup and losing to drawing with Twente midweek. Again, no bookies odds on this, but of course, heading into this though, win for Feyenoord in 4th, they could close in on 3rd. Win for AZ Alkmaar in 3rd, they could close in on 2nd, of course, and maybe get back to in the top 2 race. Going with the 2-1 win for AZ Alkmaar on this one to take the 3 bloody points. And if I'm right, which I bloody well hope so, this table will look like at the end of it. Ajax, of course, will be 3 points clear over PS bloody V. AZ Alkmaar will be just 4 points adrift of course, PSV in 3rd. Vitesse up to 4th. Down the foot of the table, Emmen Den Haag going down. Willem II, not too far away either. Of course, that's my picks. Be sure to get your own picks in, of course, nice and early. And we'll take a look at it, of course, next round. Until then, be sure to check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and all that kind of good stuff. And again, if you want to check me out on Patreon, support the channel in another way, that's the best place to do it. Until then, though, I'll see you all very soon. Mask up, be safe, get your picks in, of course, and I'll see you all next time.